my wife.
Come on.
Me and my wife.
You know what the fuck it is?
Hey.
Each and every podcast. Reggie Regg Marv. Hey. What up, world? It's your boy, Reggie Regg. To my left, I got my main man, Marv.
Hey, I'm Marv. What's going on, everybody?
No freestyle today?
Okay, hold on.
Get on it.
All right.
Get on it.
All right.
Get
All
on
right,
it.
yeah.
You got it. Fuck it.
Okay, it's a podcast. Here we go.
Woo!
We with Randy's. Yeah, now you know. Hey, talking about fashion.
Yay.
Talking about clothes. Oh.
Woo!
Yo. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I know.
That's it.
Yeah, I know. Hey, man, give it up, man.
That's it.
That was good, man.
That's
was
it.
good. Hey, I'll give you a round of applause on that, Marv. You did good.
We'll get back to it. Here we go.
You did good on
That's
that.
it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
give
Thank
yourself
you.
a round of applause.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
Good job,
Yeah.
man. You killed that. Yo. Listeners from around the world, thank you for tuning in. It's me and my white friend. We appreciate y'all. Nobody told you today. We love you. Thank you for tuning in. Today's episode is pretty cool. Marv already touched on it.
Mm-hmm.
We talking about fashion, guys.
Fashion for the fellas.
Yeah, we giving y'all fashion tips. That's why you see my shades on. I had to come on set with the shades on. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, don't you worry. Hold on.
Yeah. Well, okay. What you got, Marv?
Okay.
Woo-hoo.
Right.
See, your listeners can't see it, but he just threw some drip on his eyes. The blue
right there.
X-Men shades. I love it, man. We dripping up here right now, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Fashion.
Right, fashion.
But we have a fashion expert right here with us, so.
Yes, we got the co-owner of the independent clothing brand Delargent, all right? Mr. Randall Smart. Give it up. Welcome, Randall. Welcome to the show, man.
Appreciate it.
Welcome to the show.
Honor.
We know you got a busy schedule, you know what I'm saying, putting designs together each and every day in your team. Let the listeners know, you know, what the Delargent brand is, who you guys are, and you know what the brand represents.
Okay. So I guess we'll take it all the way back to 2013. Basically when we pretty much got started on a large scale as far as producing products, the whole concept. Of course, the name of the brand is Delargent. It is French for of money, so it's a play on words. It's a whole lifestyle brand, and right now people are more so familiar with our clothing, our fashion that we've done so far. But like I said, we are a lifestyle brand, and it basically stands for not getting caught up in the tangible things or the money aspect of life. I mean, that's like the dream. You know, we all pursuing money so we can get this, that, or the other, but you can't let that just take over your life and forget to spend time with the people you love and stuff like that. Like we always say, wealth ain't worldly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the wealth is in the love and the people that you know, the things, the experiences that you have, and our tagline is create moments, live mantras, and evolve. And it's straight like that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I like that.
Lose track of time with people that you'll never forget. Always be in a state of mind where I don't know everything. I can learn something new. I can learn something from someone else's culture or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just the way they move. Like, always be open to learning something else. And the biggest thing is like they always say, either, you know, fight for something or fall for anything. So, you know, the whole create mantra thing. Create some type of guidelines on how you want to live your life and how you want to deal with people and how you want people to deal with you. You know, you have to have some type of boundaries, or else you're just going to be, you know, you're going to be for the streets, as the young folks say, you know what I'm saying? So that's really the whole, the premise of the brand is about creating the life that you want to have, living by your own rules, and not getting caught up in the BS that society somewhat wants us to get caught up in.
Man, that's beautiful, man. I'm not gonna lie. One of my favorite hoodies is straight up from the Delargent. I always got it on. Just today it's a little hot in here, but I usually keep mine on deck.
Now,
You know what I'm saying?
What does that say there?
Oh, so this says, for the people that can't see, this says currency carries weight. You know what I'm saying? Currency carries weight. And then on the back, you know what I mean? I know the mantra that I like is the slogan I like, wealth ain't worldly. I think that's real dope. That's why I rock with them, man. You know what I mean? And what's the website is www.thedelargent.com, right?
That is correct. TheDelargent.com.
Yeah, we'll put that on the screen, man. Go check it out. Awesome brand. We'll probably get into it a little later, but let's get into the meat of the subject today. Fashion, man. Fashion. The way we got on this, me and Marv was talking. We are rebranding ourselves. We about to hit y'all on the Instagram with a whole bunch of photos and stuff. So we're trying to get our drip right. You know what I mean? We trying to get our fashion up to par. So, and this is for men and women. You know what I mean? This podcast is for men and women. So, give us as far as your definition of fashion. You guys, it's a group of, I want to say it's 4 owners for you guys. You guys are a team of 4.
That's correct.
And so that's like 4 different perspectives on fashion. So how do you guys all, first of all, what do you think your team's idea of fashion is? And then, how do you guys put that all into like one design, getting so many different ideas of fashion? How you put that into one design?
So, man, that is actually like probably the biggest question. I'm going to try to break it down in segments if I can. So the first one I want to tackle is, what is fashion? Truthfully, I don't think you can really put a definition on what fashion is, but if you did, you kind of break it down into different segments. You have your formal fashion, which is, what people think of generally like your suit and tie or your cocktail dresses, things like that for a formal event. You have your couture fashion, where you have all of your famous fashion houses, whether they are Parisian or Italian, talking about the Gucci's, the Chanel's, Armani, et cetera, all those high fashion brands. Then you have streetwear that's a little bit, I'm going to say it's a more grassroots, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I guess you can kind of put a Delargent in kind of like a streetwear type of category if you want to. But then you have also like your Supremes, your Diamond Supply Companies, the Hundreds, and things like that fall into those categories. So that's one way to look at it. The simplest way to look at fashion is just as a way of expressing yourself truthfully. It's kind of like a way of showing people who you are without verbally telling them who you are. So then the last portion, I will say, and that comes to the brand. Four different, owners. You have 2 from North Carolina, which is kind of crazy. Like me and Matt both were born in Gastonia. Even though I rep Greensboro, that's where I grew up at. That's why I know the longest, so that's what I rep. And we actually have family members, like first cousins that are our cousins. So we're like real close. But you look at North Carolina, that we really aren't known for fashion, but it's kind of like a melting pot between the Atlantas, the Miamis, the New Yorks, and things like that, where we kind of get a taste of everything. Then you got Aaron that comes from the DMV. Well, I'm going to say more so Southern Virginia and the Norfolk area, stuff like that. So you get that whole Pharrell and Clips and Missy Elliott and Timbaland and Magoo type of vibe and feel there in Virginia. And then you got Will, who is from Washington, D.C., and that's a whole nother type of thing. They got they're real big into the couture fashion type thing mixed in with their different streetwear type of brands and stuff like that, where they have, brands like All Days and We Are Us and stuff like that. So it is very, you basically got a melting pot, and we take inspiration from everything that we've seen growing up and like new growing up and stuff like that, the game, and put it together with things that we learned about now. For the most part, fashion is inspiration from a lot of different things.
So
whether that's from early cultures or different pop cultures, you just taking different inspirations for things and bringing it all together.
So it kind of sound like, kind of based off what you said, we can kind of put fashion in like art, in the category of art. Would you say that, Marv? Like,
I do think so. Because you got to look at all these fashion shows. Especially in New York, and where these models wear
Fashion Week,
these extravagant outfits that let's face it, your everyday person, your average is not going to wear that stuff.
You're not wearing that to the grocery store.
Who's going to wear that? Exactly. Who's going to wear that to the grocery store? Who's going to wear that to the post office? Nobody. But so yeah, it can be considered an art for sure, absolutely. Because especially when you hand make those dresses and those ties and those suits, and they're handmade. I mean, that's a lot of labor that goes into that stuff. So,
but before we even go further, I know I got a question. I don't know about other people. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like I said, I'm just getting good into the fashion. Put me on game about the designer industry, right? Like, what we know is, your Gucci's, your Burberry.
Yeah, how did they make a name for themselves?
Your Valentino, your Balenciagas,
Basically, how did these brands become so big?
Right. What I know that's tough to be like, because you would have to break down each designer one by one, like each one's story. But
in general,
what is it? That put them up there? Is it because of like a car, like limited supply, or the material kind of put us on game? Why are they the elite?
Okay, so that goes in many different directions, truthfully. Sometimes it is just because they're known for being fine craftsmanship, handmade out of fine materials, this, that, and the other. But then there are other brands that have a specific thing that stands out, and that's why they became popular. For example, Burberry. In the First World War, Burberry produced the actual trench coats for the British Army. If you know anything about World War I, they actually did fight in trenches, like dug trenches in the ground with barbed wire surrounding them, and they, put their rifles up on the top and they shot across. But you're in Europe in this place that's pretty wet, rains all the time. You're in these trenches; they're muddy.
Wow.
Which is where you get the whole thing of the trench coat, and that's why it goes all the way down to like mid calf. It's very long. But Burberry made those trench coats, and the inside of it had that iconic Burberry pattern. So that's where they came from. Another one, Tiffany and Company. It's not a fashion company, but just speaking about the prestigious brands and where they get their name from and things like that. Tiffany and Company actually made the 6-prong setting for the wedding ring. Previously, it was held by 4 or 5 prongs, and then the actual diamond would always fall out of the ring. So Tiffany and Company, they made the 6-prong setting, and what it does is on there, because it's only, I guess, relevant mostly, or where it became popular from, is their original ring setting. It sets the ring in a perfect place so that it catches light from all of the angles in the diamond. So generally there is a reason why these brands are famous, or how they got famous. It takes a little bit of research to look into it, but there's always a reason as to why they're famous and why they are who they are today. And why they're held in such a revered light. As far as the quality, for most people, they just know it's like, oh, this is, this, and it costs a lot of money, so it's this. But if you actually do look into it, there is value into why the company is who they are.
It sounds like it's a lot of history and longevity in some of them. Like that Burberry story, I knew nothing about that, but that's dope. That's real interesting.
Yeah.
I knew nothing about that story. So you kind of mentioned Tiffany's, which I know a little bit about that. I got a couple ladies that keep me in the loop on the jewelry, department. But
my wife wanted me to take her to Tiffany's to buy the engagement ring, and I said no.
Damn.
Damn, brother. Right.
Well,
the thing is, it's super expensive. I don't have that type of money.
look, Mark. Well, say you do have that type of money. You about to have it right now. You about to have it right now. You can get what? Look, Ashley, you listening? We're gonna get you that Tiffany's, right?
I know I'm gonna get it
Tiffany's.
eventually. Yeah, but at the time,
At the time, he's like, nah. What was the?
Had to go with the grandmother's, the dead grandmother's diamond.
Okay, you kept it in the a lot more emotional. Keep it in the family. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll work.
It was my sweet grandmother's diamond that was passed down as an heirloom, and I thought it'd be sentimental to hand it to my wife.
I think that's more valuable than Tiffany's.
Yeah, that's a good move.
I think that's a good move.
Yeah,
that's a good move.
Creating a new family, keep it in the family, you know?
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Now, she has requested down the line that she get a new setting, and I might get her a new diamond. I think I will.
You get
because I'll have the money to do so.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'll have the money.
Right.
Eventually.
Hey, so rings, that's an accessory, all right? How much are accessories? You know, like your belts, your, maybe a watch, your, necklace, jewelry. How much does that matter in the fashion? Because I know it's an expression of self, but I think even if like people I've seen who are real fancy and they do a lot of jewelry, and then I see my people who are like real holistic, they still have their accessories. You know what I mean? It may not be real expensive, but you got your copper and people rocking, crystals and this and that. So, what do you feel about accessories? How important are they?
So, in my younger days, I would have said accessorize the accessories. Just doing the most, but in my older age, I think a little bit less is more. I've learned, especially in the avenues that I'm in, people pay a lot of attention to not necessarily the big things, but the small things. So, people do look at what kind of wallet you pull out your pocket, or what kind of money clip you have. To me personally, I'm not gonna. Let me say this the right way. So I'm always excited when I see someone that they have something nice, especially if I've never seen it before. Just, oh wow, I've seen it with my own eyes, but it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to give you any cool points. For me, it's whatever rocks your boat. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you feel like it's of value, then you get it, and if you don't, you don't. I mean, that's a personal thing. I mean, for me personally, like, I like wearing raw denim jeans and stuff like that. That's going to cost me at least $200 for a pair of jeans. A lot of people ain't paying $200 for a pair of jeans. It doesn't mean anything to them. So I'm not going to look down upon you if that's not what you like to do. That's just, it's not for you. But for me, it's my thing. And those jeans aren't necessarily going to be flashy. They're going to look just like some jeans you can go to Walmart and buy. It's going to be a little bit different quality, but it's one of those things where real recognize real. And if you know, I'll get credit from you if you know. If you don't know, then, it doesn't matter.
Does the quality last longer? Does the quality last longer?
I would say yes. I have True Religion jeans that I paid $200+ for, worn for 6 months, and they are ragged. And I've had $200+ new pair of nudies that I wear every day for 6 months, and there's nothing wrong with them. Of course, I do want to wear them until they get all ratty and broken in and stuff like that, but that's a whole different conversation. That's really, really jumping into the fashion thing. But, it all depends. There's things that when you're into things, you look for that if you're not into it, you won't look for. Like, if you buy a pair of jeans, you probably might look at it like, oh, these are nice colors. They cool. They fit good. That's good. Where for me, I want to know where the denim came from. Where did they make the denim? How much does it weigh? What's the taper? All kinds of different things. So it all depends. Fashion is just like anything else. There's plenty of details if you care about them, but if you're just going for a look, then you don't care about the details as long as you can get that look.
Okay. All right. Marv, you had a question.
I have a question. Yeah. So the jeans part, I'll just throw on a pair of jeans. Shirt, I like my button downs. I like my t-shirts. When I'm relaxed. But shoes, what type of shoes would you recommend, especially for a married white guy? Because right now I have some Birkenstocks on. Really, honestly, here's the thing. I have some Birkenstocks. I have some
they look
nice pair
comfortable.
of Penguins.
What are they? What is that?
I don't know.
What's a penguin?
My friend gave it to me. My friend gave me these shoes.
What are those?
Or he recommended these shoes. He recommended these shoes, and I went out. No, I don't know.
I can't talk because look, I like to let the bunions breathe. Okay, so every time you see me, most of the time I'm in some slides, and now I used to wear socks. Now I let the toes breathe. I'm a grown man. I let my
that's the old age. You don't care about having the toes
I let my toes out. Shit,
that old age. Toes be out.
Toes be straight out, looking straight African like a mug.
Hey, get back to my roots.
Right.
Get back to my roots.
Right.
I'm up there in flip flops, no socks on,
Man.
Yep. And at feet ashy, no cares in the world.
Right. Well, sure. I mean, what would you say about shoes and an outfit? You know what I mean? Like, how do you color coordinate? Do you wear dark shoes with dark jeans or light jeans? How do you make it work? What are some like key rules? Like with shoes. What would you say? Because I know you're a shoe guy.
Ooh, yeah. So I mean, yeah, you definitely know my past as far as being like a sneakerhead, shoe guy, whatever. Shoes is another big one, and just to really keep it simple, what I tell people with shoes is you're going to put more feet or more miles on your feet than you'll ever put on any car. So
I like
you definitely
that.
want to have something very comfortable on your feet. Man. Now past that, like once again, like fashion is basically your non-verbal way of speaking to someone, literally. In shoes, it just depends. If we're talking about something, a formal setting, then your shoes matter a little bit more than we're talking about, just an everyday type thing. I mean, you got, some old school players, they like to wear they polo or Oxford button-up shirt, they flat, and they have on some black dress shoes.
Yeah.
That's their everyday thing.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not walking around with no dress shoes on. My dogs ain't going to be barking at me like that every day, okay? But it all depends. I know Marv was talking about the Birkenstocks. Birkenstocks are in. You know what I'm saying? Not, I'm gonna call them the Jesus joints with the two straps over the top.
Right, yeah.
They're a little bit in, but then the ones that's closed at the front, that's more like a clog type style. A lot more people are wearing those that look a little bit more like the Crocs and stuff like that. If we're talking about pop culture, you can never go wrong with a pair of fresh Air Force Ones, a fresh pair of whites, fresh pair of black.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, the whites, you're going to get one wear, maybe two out of them, then you got to throw them aside, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're going to go for the rugged look. For the black, you can get a couple more wears out of, but, once again, if you care about creasing and stuff like that, it's going to depend. If you care about that stuff, then you're going to have to buy a couple more pairs. Right now, you can't go wrong with we talking about sneakers, you can't go wrong with a pair of Jordan 1s, high tops. Or lows, even the mids. I'm not gonna go for the mids. I like the highs myself.
It looks like the athletic style is really in right now, like the athletic sneaker, like the tight on the shoe, Kanye colorful look is in there right now. Puma,
yeah, Kanye, Yeezys are gonna be in. But I mean, as far as like the sneakers with Nike, you're gonna see your retro Jordans, of course, but the Jordans and shoes that look more, I'm gonna say, elementary simple are the ones that are in right now. Your Air Force Ones, your Jordan Ones, your Dunks, things like that. That's what's in right now. Real high demand and stuff like that. Then if you want to get fancy, you want to wear a sneaker, but it's a little bit above a Nike or something like that. Then you can get into something like your Common Projects and stuff like that. That's gonna be. It's going to be a low top style of shoe. And I'm going to say it's going to be kind of between like a Gucci Ace sneaker and Converse, Chuck Taylor, and Air Force One. We're gonna have a premium leather shoe, vulcanized sole. It's gonna be real nice and clean as you wear it with a pair of slacks, some jeans, or a suit.
Okay.
Some sneakers you can't really wear with a suit; they look a little bit too bulky. So when you start to wear sneakers with suits, you want to have something that doesn't look too athletic, like you're gonna jump out the gym in them, but something that's real sleek and smooth, but not quite as sharp and narrow as a dress shoe, so to speak.
Now, what do you think about, right now we've Slim Fit has been in for a little minute now, and I like it. It shows off the physique.
I can't do Slim Fit, not right now.
Marv, you getting there, man? You've been running miles.
I have been running.
Yeah, you look good,
but
man.
I had this little. I do have this little midsection, the little
muffin. Sorry, I got a little something
handles.
too. We working on it. We getting there. You know what I'm saying?
All I'm saying is I'm down to an extra large. I just can't do the slim extra large.
Slim large.
I can just do the standard.
Large. You can't do the large right now. Okay. Right. You gonna get there. But I've been noticing Slim has been in, right? But I've been kind of noticing like Justin Bieber and some of these other guys, but they've been going baggy again. Like, what do you think? Now, we know history repeats itself, like even in the fashion game. Like right now, for a while I saw the kids taken from the 90s, and we always take out for other decades. What do you see maybe coming up? Is baggy coming back quick? Or, what do you see coming up?
I got a couple of things on that. So first and foremost, the slim fit thing is in. It kind of came. That's more of a European style of fit. More, I'm gonna say, slim and trim and just real sharp and pointy. It came in. I want to say probably like late 2000s, coming in, building all the way up until now.
I love the slim suits.
I'm out. Oh man, dude, yeah, I'm a little dude myself, so I love the slim fit stuff. The one thing I can say is I'm a big supporter of knowing what fits your body type. You can't do everything. Everybody can't do everything. Like I'm a little dude. I'm not muscular, but you don't see me running around in cut off shirts and muscle shirts and stuff like that. I know my lane.
Right.
My lane. Right. I don't try everything. Everything don't look good. Like some dudes be big. You kind of a husky fella. Like that slim fit ain't for you, bro. Like
right.
Well, Marvel said,
I know.
Up there, I know. What I'm saying? You can't have the egg upper body and the two sticks in your legs.
Right. So can we walk around like a drumstick?
You gotta know what fits your body type, and I think that's even more so for women than it is for guys. Because guys, we'd be like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. But women are like, oh, she look good. I'm gonna try that. Like,
now, this is the thing we didn't touch on the ladies, and I don't want to completely forget about them before we get up out of this thing. We're running out of time, but let's all of us, because maybe we can kind of we're gonna have to have a part 2, and we're gonna have to have some female energy on here, because we're gonna make sure that the ladies give us some good energy, and then also maybe we can get one of the ladies to speak on some things for women tips and whatnot. But for us, we can all speak on it. What do you like? And what does Delargent as a brand, what do you guys collectively like to see women in, or, expectations? And then, we can kind of chime in on some of the things we like. I'll let the ladies know what I like, because I think there is a big rift between what women, think guys be looking at, and then a lot of shit that guys really don't be looking at.
Hey, see, I like the tight dresses, man. I love the skin tight dresses. Let it show. I mean, just let me see what y'all got.
Really, Marv?
He must all with skin tight dresses. I love it.
He said, I want to see what y'all got. Damn.
Curves and all. I don't give a damn.
I mean, well, I ain't gonna lie. I love sundresses. Like any sundress, maternity style dress, all them little pieces that like just kind of fall on the body. You know what I mean? And just so happens she ain't got nothing other. This ain't look. Well, we got to keep it on fashion. This sound real lustful. This don't sound like fashion.
Look, y'all going there with it. You went straight to, I'm gonna say, the feminine side of it.
Yeah.
Which is one thing that I love But I like it in the opposite way because, like, you said skin tight dress and you said sundress and you can see the curves, this and the other. So that's something very unique to women. Whereas for me, I like for women to take something that we would normally associate as manly and put their feminine touch on it.
Oh, I like that too. I do. I know what you mean.
Because of the simple fact, it's like, okay, we're used to seeing a guy in a black suit with a black or white shirt, black tie.
Mm-hmm.
He looks very, distinguished, polished, and strong, so to speak. I'm gonna say. Now you put that woman in the same thing. You put her hair in a ponytail. You're making her very feminine, but you put her in a man's uniform, so to speak. And it still gives her that power, but it's a feminine power.
I'm gonna take it even further. I'm gonna take it even further real quick. That's why we love it when the women are in the sweatpants and like a white beater around the house.
Saying. I like a good sweatpants.
Yeah. See, I never thought about it like that.
Yes. So manly, so sexy, and so feminine. It's
but her nipples be hanging out. Yeah, nipples be showing in the beater, and the little ass be jiggling in the sweatpants. Good Lord, ladies, you ain't got to really do much. Like, long as you just throw something on, a T-shirt, put a T-shirt on and wrap a belt around your wrist, and niggas will be like, she got it.
Why I always say this, man. Women don't dress for us no more. Women don't dress for men. Like, think about the last time you actually gave a woman a compliment on what she was wearing. You might have given her a compliment on what she looks like or something, but when's the last time you actually gave her a compliment on what she was wearing? And you start to talk to women and stuff like that, and it's like, well, hell, y'all don't give a damn what we think you look like. Like, you doing this for the next
chick. They do be looking at chicks. Yeah. See, that's why we got to get the female in here, because I don't want to be sound like we just bashing on the ladies. No. You know what I'm saying? But
hey, I do have a question for you.
I'm just saying.
Hey, I do have a question. This might be for part 2, but I do have a question for you. I see a lot of, especially older black guys, all right, especially going to church, right? And they're wearing the purple suits, the red suits, Now, if you saw a white guy coming in wearing a purple suit or a red suit or a yellow suit, is that not our? Because this is me and my wife friend, so we have to throw a little bit of.
I can't even, if that's a real question, because I ain't never heard that. I can't even be.
I mean, let's just be real about it. Like, I think the colorful suit thing is more so
for black people. I tell you why.
The only white man I've ever seen in a colorful suit is Willy Wonka.
Right. Because I feel like black people can really pull that off really, really well. Those colors. Really. Because the contrast, does that make sense?
Well, we got the skin for it, yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't think that's it, though, because I think half of fashion is in the confidence.
Yeah, because I was just about to say.
Yeah, so white people have no confidence. White guys...
No, I would say your guy Craig Sager, the NBA analyst. Yeah. I agree with Randall on that. If it does take confidence, because he killed it, and that's what really was his trademark as an NBA analyst.
Right, because you don't see a lot of white guys.
No matter what people said about it, whatever, he still did that, and that was his trademark. People grew to love that from him.
Right.
But typically, we're in blacks. Pants or black suit and white shirt and
blue suit. A lot of you guys are blue suited up. The white style hasn't changed much over time. It's very, occultish.
It's
very occultish. Let's not go there. We about to change this whole topic.
All I'm saying is I would love to wear a red suit. I think that would look fine. That'd be great on me.
I don't know. We're gonna have to try it out.
One of those things you got to jump out there.
Right.
Right time.
Shit.
Right place, right time.
Hey,
just
you're gonna see
me.
Time
might be Christmas.
I'm gonna get my Cam Newton on.
Okay. Oh, he said he gonna get his Cam Newton.
Don't do that. Don't go that far yet. You gotta crawl into it. Crawl.
We're gonna have a Cam Newton photo shoot for Marv. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. But look, time has ran out for us.
Right.
Before we got here, Randy's, let the people know where they can find you, the rest of your team, and the website for Delargent. Let us know where they can find you at.
Definitely. So you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and I think those are the only ones I got. I don't use my Snapchat no more, but I'm Janky Nose everywhere. I think it's Janky_Nose on Instagram, but Janky Nose everywhere. For us, the website thedelargent.com, Instagram Delargent. Check us out. You know what I'm saying? We got one product that we just dropped not too long ago. Like I said, we're a lifestyle brand, so we dropped a candle. It's called Champagne Dream Candles. Basically, inspiration behind that is, growing up, seeing champagne different places and just celebrating those wins in life and stuff like that. So that's one thing. We got another product coming out, a T-shirt that's inspired off of a cookout, kind of like a spinoff from the West Coast In-N-Out restaurant.
All right.
Okay.
We love In-N-Out.
Yeah. We do. We have to get some today.
Right. Of course.
In the Southeast, you know what I'm saying? We got cookouts. So we wanted to tie together that whole culture of, hanging out if you're from, North Carolina, some of the colleges like A&T, things like that, going to concerts and going to cookout afterwards.
Yeah.
Just being in North Carolina and college spirit, going to clubs and stuff like that, going to cookout or washing your car on the weekend, going for that cruise, cats pulling up the cookout and stuff like that. So we just wanted to tap into that whole energy and that whole inspiration and put that on a T-shirt, you know what I'm saying? Put on for the
That's
South
awesome.
area.
That's what's up, man. Well, shoot, go check out the website. We got the information on the screen. The candles smell awesome. I'm talking about awesome. I was there when one of the first packages on there. The candles smell awesome. Go ahead and get those champagne candles, man.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. We love you. It's www.meandmywhitefriend.com.
Thank you.
I'm Reggie Regg. This is Marv. Me and my white friend. Go subscribe right
Go
now.
check out Randall, his website and all that stuff.
Yo, don't mind him. He had an edible, man. Me
Right.
and my white friend. We celebrate. Oh, yeah. It's my birthday today. We getting high.
Hey.